Hello everyone. In the first part of this video, I'm going to be explaining everything associated with the formation of the Hawaiian Islands, and in the second part, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the formation of the shield volcanoes which make up the Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaiian Emperor Seamount Chain is a well-known example of a large seamount and island chain created by hotspot volcanism. Most seamounts are remnants of extinct volcanoes. Typically, they are cone-shaped, but often have other prominent features such as craters and linear ridges, and some, called geos, have large, flat summits. There is a broad size distribution for seamounts, but to be classified as a seamount, the feature must have a vertical relief of at least 1,000 meters above the surrounding seafloor. The Earth's outer crust is made up of a series of tectonic plates that move over the surface of the planet. In areas where the plates come together, sometimes volcanoes will form. About 5% of all known volcanoes form in the middle of the plates, not at their edges. These intraplate volcanoes are caused by hotspots, unusually hot areas deep within the Earth. The Hawaiian Islands were formed by such a hotspot occurring in the middle of the Pacific Plate. Plumes of mantle magma, or molten rock, are theorized to rise buoyantly from a source within Earth's deep mantle. When such a plume rises into the shallow mantle, it partially melts, and the melt may then rise to the surface where it can erupt as a hotspot volcano. Hotspot volcanism is distinct in that it does not originate from processes that produce the more common submarine volcanism that occurs at boundaries of Earth's tectonic plates. Mantle plumes that form hotspots are thought to be relatively stationary, whereas the overlying tectonic plates typically are not. Each island or submerged seamount in the chain is successively older towards the northwest. Near Hawaii, the age progression from island to island can be used to calculate the motion of the Pacific Ocean plate toward the northwest. Plate movement creates the sequence of shield volcanoes from northwest to southeast. Shield volcanoes are usually constructed almost entirely of basaltic and/or andesitic lava flows, which were very fluid when erupted. They are built by repeated eruptions that occurred intermittently over vast periods of time. Shield volcanoes have very gentle slopes, of only a few percent, that become even more gentle near the summit. The great width of these volcanoes relative to their height is the result of the low viscosities of erupted lavas that produce thin, widespread lava flows, eruptions from both the summit and fissure vents on the volcano flanks, and widening and subsidence along the summit and rift zones. Lava flows may travel in channels or in lava tubes great distances from the vent where they were erupted. As you can see, this shield volcano is extremely wide and flat in nature. As hotspot volcanoes are transported by plate motion away from the mantle plume, hotspot volcanism ceases. Eventually, the hotspot volcanoes become extinct, gradually subside, and are eroded by wave action. The youngest active volcanoes are located within the region of the plate that overlies the mantle plume. Progressively older volcanoes form linear chains on the surface of the moving tectonic plate, downstream of the hotspot. Earth scientists use the direction of these volcanic chains, along with the age progression of the chain's volcanoes, to reconstruct histories of the relative motion between plates. The initial stage of volcano growth is the submarine pre-shield stage, characterized by infrequent, small-volume eruptions. The pre-shield stage lasts for perhaps 200,000 years, yet produces only a small portion of the final volume of the volcano. As the volcano grows, the composition of the lava changes, and eruptions become more frequent and voluminous. When the transition is complete, the volcano enters the shield building stage. The shield building stage is the second and most voluminous stage of Hawaiian volcanism. More than 95% of a Hawaiian volcano's volume is erupted during this stage, which may last up to 2 million years. The oceanic crust of the Pacific Plate, unaccustomed to the enormous weight of the volcanoes building atop it, subsides greatly during this stage, as much as 3 millimeters per year, based on current subsidence rates recorded on the island of Hawaii. Early shield-building eruptions are entirely underwater, but the rate of growth exceeds the rate of subsidence, and eventually the volcanoes emerge above sea level. The post-shield stage caps the volcano with a carapace of lavas, but these rocks form only a small part of the total volume of a volcano. Not all Hawaiian volcanoes go through this stage, whereas other volcanoes have erupted thick post-shield lava sequences. During this stage, high lava fountains produce large amounts of cinder and short, thick flows that steepen the slopes of the volcano as they pile up near the summit and rift zone vents. These lavas commonly fill and overflow the shield stage caldera. During the post-shield stage, the eruption rate decreases to zero, typically within 500,000 years, but this stage may continue for as long as 1 million years. The end of the post-shield stage is followed by a period of erosion and subsidence, during which deep canyons may form along the flanks of the volcano. As the volcanic islands erode and subside, fringing coral reefs grow. The fourth and final stage is rejuvenated or renewed volcanism. Periods of erosion may precede or be interspersed with rejuvenated stage eruptions, which contribute to much less than 1% of the cumulative eruptive volume of a volcano. Lavas commonly erupt through reefs that form offshore as erosion progresses. Eruptions that occur near the shoreline produce volcanic maars, and eruptions further inland form lava flows that funnel down eroded stream valleys. Rejuvenated stage activity has low eruption rates and may occur over several million years. And that is all for this video about Hawaiian Island formation. Thank you for watching.